every dynasty has to start somewhere. The Cooper family of Simon Kenton, they're a dynasty. Our guest here today, he's the founder of the Cooper family wrestling dynasty. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Brad Cooper, Simon Kenton. I graduated 03.
Of course, you're a three-time state champion, and we finally have all three of your match videos. That's what we've been waiting on, is for the 2001 video view to surface. And back in October of 23, we posted a photo together. We just, the way the universe worked it out, you guys had come down to my hometown to watch Oliver Anthony, and I heard somebody yell my name out, and I was like, wait a minute, I recognize that voice. And sure enough, looked over, and there you and your wife and some friends of yours were. So we kind of got linked up there, and that's where we're at today.
So, yeah, that was a pretty fun trip. We went down there kind of on the last minute, and there was no hotels, no Airbnbs. There really wasn't a whole lot around town there. So we actually stayed in the van in the high school parking lot, I think.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
I see. Man, if I'd have known, you guys could have stayed with me.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could have stayed at my house, man. But
it was all about the experience. It was more fun that way.
Good. Well, no, I get it. I get it. So you guys have saw Austin's video, Craig's video, Kyle's video. Now we're getting to your three. And Simon Kenton has 27 individual state champions as of this filming. We're filming this in January of 24. So we kind of want to date ourselves where we are. So 27 individual state champions. 10 of the 27 are Coopers. So we've asked all the other guys, the Cooper family so far, what's the secret sauce for the Cooper family for having so much success on the wrestling mat, man? Give us the inside baseball scoop there.
Well, I'm surprised Craig didn't hit on this when he did his review, but I don't think it's nothing in the water. It was the ice cream. That's what got us started in it. So
I got you.
Dad said he'd take us to go get ice cream if we'd wrestle when we were little. So that's what we did.
So it's the ice cream. Okay. We have to remember that. I have to put that on. That needs to be a t-shirt, Cooper family ice cream or something to that effect. So about what grade, how old were you when you got started in wrestling?
I think I was 5. So Craig's a year older than me. So yeah, he's 6. So yeah, it was like 5 or 6, somewhere around there.
And that's the perfect age for ice cream. You can just get, whatever for an ice cream cone or whatever it was.
It was all soft serve.
Oh, dude, come on! I'm gonna have to go. It's freezing out. I'm gonna have to go to Walmart and buy some. I don't have any in my house now. You got me wanting some ice cream. Yeah. So you start in, younger. Do you compete like in the summer with like the rest of your cousins and your brothers going like on the circuits and stuff, like before you really get into high school?
Yeah. I mean, so the youth wrestling and the middle school wrestling isn't nowhere near what it is now. That's a cool thing that, Kentucky's been on the track of improving the overall competition level, and it starts at that young age. So it's really cool to see Kentucky come along in that way. But yeah, back in the day, we really didn't have the programs. The biggest thing or the best thing that we had back then was Joe Neely's club. He had an awesome club, and we did everything in the summertime from freestyle to sambo to Greco, and it was cool. We'd go to all those tournaments, those summer tournaments. Craig was talking a little bit about it, and every single tournament we went to, we just didn't enter into the freestyle tournament. We did all 3 styles, so it was a lot of fun.
No, but yeah, I get it.
It was all Joe Neely's club growing up, so he did an awesome thing. And it's up here in the Northern Kentucky area. You have Boone, Campbell, and Kenton County, and he would always rotate his club from one high school to the next. That way, every kid that was close to it, they could come out for at least that month or the couple-week session or whatever it was. So,
no, that's an excellent idea, and you're right about Kentucky. Of course, we graduated the same year, both of us, 03. And
yep.
I 1,000,000% agree that one of the best changes that Kentucky has made is an organized U state tournament at an arena. an organized and respected middle school state tournament added up. It's not just one part of the state saying this is a state tournament or whatever. No, it's everybody. It's Union, Paducah, that end, my end, Johnson, Martin County, all the Pike County schools up to where you're in, Wayne County, everywhere in between. It's a true, recognized, validated state middle school and state U tournament. So kudos to the USA Wrestling on that end. Everybody takes care of that. So before we talk about your 01 video, let's talk about your 2000 season. Of course, you're a freshman, 2000. You're in. Well, let's go over your bracket. Of course, everybody knows you wrestled Davio in the finals. That memorial video, rest in peace to Jason Davio, is on the channel. But 112 pounds as a freshman. First round, you wrestled Jeremy Witten from North Hardin. You win that by a fall, 3 minutes, 41 seconds. You get to the quarters. You wrestled David George from St. Xavier. You win that by a major decision, 10-0. You get to the semis. You're wrestling Matthew Luckett from Woodford County. You win that by an 8-4 decision. Matthew comes in 6th place, and you get to the finals, of course. You wrestled Jason Davio from Covington Scott, and you come up 2 points short. Davio, two-time state champion himself, 2000, 2001 state champion. And it had to be a great experience as a freshman, being under the lights, being there. It's an event. No matter how many times you wrestle, where you wrestle, under the lights in Frankfort, man, was just a different level of atmosphere, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great production. It was an awesome event. You go and watch it as a middle schooler, and it definitely makes you want to go and compete there, especially during the 16-man bracket days. It was hard to get to state, so it was an honor to be there. But yeah, it was a really cool event. How tight knit it was and close, and all the fans were real close to the mats and stuff.
That's something that you just can't describe to people, is just how the seats literally almost was right on top of the mats. It was just right. You had all 4 mats going. Then you broke it down. It even felt like even the finals, like they were right on top of you. The fans, everybody was just right there, and it was just a great production. But you're in the finals as a freshman, like I said, 2 points away from, or 3 points, I should say, 2 points from tying it, 3 points from winning it. But it was a great learning experience coming into this sophomore season, knowing that you have the ability, the potential to do it again. Does anything about your regimen change? Is it just the experience of, I've been there, now let's get back? Because we know a lot of high school wrestlers, middle school, even elementary wrestlers watch this, and not everybody's going to win. We know that. We get it. Not everybody can be a state champion. So what was it that kind of got you over that hump from your freshman to sophomore year?
I don't know. I don't know if it's getting over the hump more so than just kind of refining the style a little bit and really zoning in on.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, really zoning in on what my moves were, and I was more of a well-rounded wrestler. So just kind of the more you drill, you have your body gets used to different situations, and so it's more of your body reacting to stuff than really just thinking about it and hitting a move. So it just comes with experience.
I get you. No, that's an excellent explanation, and we've said it in other videos. Especially, I would even go back probably 5 years in the state of Kentucky. I'm not saying every single placer, but you look at your state champions, your top 3, top 4, very rarely will you find somebody over the last 5 seasons that started in high school. They probably started middle school, elementary, and then it's just, progressed on. Not saying that you can't start in high school and have a successful career. If you're a new school starting up, doesn't mean you can't start and have a winning program. But like with, Brad starting at 5 and his brother starting at 6 and everybody else in the family starting young, I mean, that experience helps. That experience counts. So 2001, a little tidbit here, in case you guys are new to the scene. The 2001 season was the last year that we had the format of districts, regions, and then state. We'll talk a little bit what happened in 2002 in that video. So you're competing 3 weeks in postseason play back to back to back. But 2001, you're 119 pounds, a sophomore. You start off your state tournament with a match against Chris Reed from Seneca out of Louisville. You win that by a fall in 1 minute 30 seconds. So you're there, you're back, there to make a statement, right?
Yeah, Chris Reed, that was funny. When I wrestled him at state duels.
You get to the quarters, you're wrestling W.T. Ely from Lafayette. You win that by a fall, 3 minutes and 28 seconds. I wrestled W.T. a few times in my wrestling career. So when I saw that name, I was like, man, I haven't thought of that dude in forever. W.T., if you're watching this, hope you're doing well. Reach out to me if you see this. Then a match that whenever you sent me the videos to convert, this full match was on there. And I was like, oh, I watched the whole thing a couple of times. You get to the semis, you're wrestling Chris Shaw from LaRue County.
Yeah.
And of course, Chris, him and his brother Jim, big influential in the Kentucky wrestling community. Yeah. Jim, of course, a state champion. Chris was on the podium 3 or 4 times himself. But you win a 9-5 decision over Chris, and he goes on to get 5th place that year. So, and it's a great match. It really is. It's a great. Had you wrestled Chris before?
I don't think I had. Was that 9-5? I thought it was closer than that.
The bracket, and I believe also the video has it 9-5. So
okay, all right, yeah, no, he was a great competitor. I think that next year, my junior year, I also wrestled him as well. And everybody's kind of thinking that he was going to beat me that match. So that was a fun rivalry.
Yeah, and like I said, phenomenal match. Of course, like I said, Chris goes on to get 5th place that year. You get to the finals, and you're wrestling Mark Shaver from South Oldham. Now, we're not going to tell you the score. We have the face-off, the match, a little bit of the medal ceremony. So you win your semifinals match. You're back in the finals as a sophomore, having that experience. Okay, we've checked off a box. We're back where we want to be. Now, let's move up one step on the podium. Do you still have the same, I'm not saying you didn't get nervous or excited or whatever, but are the same jitters there, or the same emotions that you had the first time? Or is it like, all right, this is I'm supposed to be here. Everybody's expecting Brad Cooper to be where I'm at, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think I had a different competitor in mind for the final. So you had Luke Metzger on the other side of that bracket, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Luke.
So I think all year I had Luke's name written down. So I was thinking about him. Wasn't even thinking about Mark. Mark turned out to be a really good competitor, though. He's real aggressive out there. So, yeah. But yeah. And
of course, Luke Metzger, he'd won it in 2000, I believe, at 103 pounds from Henry Clay. Yep. So I could see you penciling in Luke's name and wanting to get that match. But we're going to pull up your 01 match video here. You guys are seeing what we're seeing. We're live here at the dungeon in Frankfort, which the dungeon no longer exists. But we're going to say it in every video that we do at the dungeon. There was never an atmosphere that was better. I don't care what sport it is, basketball, baseball, football, whatever. Under the lights at the dungeon was just a magical place. But, man, let's go ahead and hop to it. You're down the plane just a little bit. There comes Mark out first. And there you come out. And we got this video from you.
So your mom down on the side of the mat filming like she always did.
Yep. And so, of course, you're in the blue singlet. Mark's in that black and green and white singlet there.
Yep.
So at this point of your wrestling career as a sophomore, from neutral, were we a single leg, double leg? What are we looking to do here from neutral?
I was a high crotch guy, high crotch and the sweep single. I didn't really do a double leg all too much. The high crotch, it was always a post with a left and then, shoot from there. That was the setup. And then the sweep single was really the combination off of that, right? With the still post with that left, and then circle to the left and then sweep to the right.
There it is. There it is. Finish. Get in deep. Get in deep. Nothing yet. Ooh, neutral. And I believe you've got. I believe
Look at
that's
that
Dave
walk back to the
Barnett
middle.
as your official.
Yeah.
I have to send this video to him, or your review video once we get it done. Now, had you wrestled Mark before?
You know what? He was in the region, so I had him in the regional finals the week before.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the regions back when we wrestled, they were so big and so spread out, is you didn't really know who was in what. Like in our district, we had Wayne County and Johnson Central in the same. That's like a 4-hour trip in the same district.
You didn't get headlocked, did you, by Wayne County?
Always. That was that's their go-to still to this day.
Yep. I think he's telling us to calm down here or something. We're going at it.
Yeah.
Look at him. First takedown.
And say
he did the same thing in regional
takedown on
finals. He had first takedown in regional finals too.
Now on bottom here, at this point of your wrestling life, were we just looking to, like you said, to stand up, get away? What are we looking to do here?
Yeah, I was kind of equated it to like riding a wild bull. So you get loaded up, and it's like you kind of got to curl it back, get in an uncomfortable spot, get ready to spring up. So it's that first couple 8 seconds, if you will, to get out.
I like that analogy. I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah. Yeah, but every time you go out of bounds, you go back to the center. It's an opportunity to get reset and explode again.
So you get your escape there. So we're 2-1. End of the first period. You defer, and he's going to take down. All right. Now on top, are we a tilt? Are we looking for a turn, legs in? What are we looking to do here at this point?
I rode the wrist a lot, so I try to stay behind, and I'd always come off of all my matches, and my forearms are just burning. I could barely get a grip because I was just trying to control that wrist the whole time through ball and chain or do tilts or whatever it was. I was always trying to work it, and there it is right there. I'm trying to get that 2-on-1 in there. Cradle.
Now, while we're kind of in a little bit of a lull here, there it is. There's the cradle. No, getting the count, getting some swipes. I've had to turn the volume down on the video because the crowd's so loud. Do you remember hearing the crowd being like, blowing the roof off the place?
You can never hear that until they do it, like a chant where everybody's saying something together, That's the only time you can really hear anything. I don't know how you guys can see a pin in this situation.
So you get your near fall. Now, the cradle is probably the hardest to see a fall if you're not on like the opposite side looking.
Yeah.
Looking in. I
will. Come on, we
expect
perfection out of you refs. You guys can't miss any calls.
Exactly, 100% perfection. No mistakes, nothing.
Right.
Now he was trying that technique right there, and I've only seen that a few times, trying to grab your own toe, your own foot. I was like, man, that's a. I'm not saying a lost art. That's just something you hardly ever see.
Yeah, we reach down, grab your own feet to get forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we taught that some too, especially in like the crab ride position. If you're sitting on your butt.
Yeah. So you were productive on that top there. You got 3 points for your cradle. You're going to take down. Take him back to the rodeo.
Yeah. Not a lot of explosion on that one.
He's trying for like that head lever, but I believe you're just a little bit too strong for it.
Oh, back out.
Get up, get away, get you one. Both of you guys have pushed the pace this whole match. Nobody's really stalled. Nobody's really took a back step, really.
Yeah, if I remember, I watched that regionals. I went back and watched the regional finals too, and it was that way. We were both going forward the whole match.
Right of bounds, neutral. There it is, shoot in again.
There's that single leg, no setup. Good cutback. Looking for some wrists.
And
man, I yell at my son for that. Going over top like that drives me nuts.
Yeah. Take violation, fleeing the mat.
I don't know about that call.
Hey, 100% perfection at all times.
That's what I'm saying.
100% perfection. So he gets his escape, or you just kind of cut him. Did you want to be on your feet with short time left and with the lead?
I don't know that I was paying attention.
Okay, no, I get it.
Yeah, you go back and look at it, it's like, man, what was I doing here? But
you get another takedown.
A little high crotch. Jason Davio in the background.
Yep. So, stalling on top.
Yep.
What we doing? All right, so you're going optional start here. Was that just a tactical? Let's let him go and.
I don't know that we really did like back in the day, just like chose neutral like we do now. Mm-hmm. You know, it was always just to cut him, go back up. I think that was my way of just saying, hey, let's go neutral.
I got you. Nothing yet. That's the end of the match. You win 9-5. Amazing performance. There. Joyous jubilation, man.
Yep. Good old Paul.
I had to throw this news clip in.
Oh, jeez. Man, look at those frosted tips.
You're blinded by the lights there, man. I love it. So you had literally just come off the mat after winning this. And
all right, let's fast forward to this one.
I knew if I initiated, I was going to get it.
Oh, no, you're going to turn it off.
And man, it's just a great, it's a great piece to have. And there you are, man, climbing to the top of the podium. There's Luke to the left. Computer Clay getting your medal.
Yeah, that was a pretty good bracket.
It was a heck of a bracket. Amazing bracket, man. I like the shirt you already had made up. One-time state champion.
Yeah, I think I have Mom make it up for me.
And then also in 2001, Simon Kenton comes in fourth place as a team. We have a little bit, of course, you sent me the video to convert, and this was on there, and I had to include it. Anytime that your team, gets a trophy at the state tournament, it's a great accomplishment.
That was a great year. 2001, that was Craig won it that year too, right? Or no, this is he won it the next year.
Yeah, Craig won it in 02.
Yeah, Chad Dalton won it this year.
Yep. In 01, Chad comes up a little bit short against Derek Mullet. Chad won it in 2000.
Okay.
Yep, because only reason I know that is because Derek Mullet passed away and we did his memorial video. That's why I remember that from doing it. So, man, excellent performance as a sophomore. Watching it back, besides you winning, of course, does it play out the way you remember it as far as like the way the scoring went and all that?
Yeah. I don't know that I think about it too much, but yeah, it seemed like it was a little bit closer than what I had imagined. But older you get, the better you were, type of thing.
I get it. And before we end this video, let's just real quick talk about Simon Kenton's history, because you add so much to the Simon Kenton wrestling history. 1987 team champions, 27 individual. As of this filming, we're filming this in January of 2024. 27 individual state champions. Two most outstanding wrestlers, Dave Barnes in 1988, Casey Cornett in 2017, and of course the Cooper family represents 10 of Simon Kenton's state championships. So just a phenomenal wrestling history at Simon Kenton and the Cooper family. So we're going to end the 2001 video here. Be sure to watch Brad's 2002 and 2003 videos. We'll see you guys in 2002.